Rent is rising. Groceries cost more. Most people have been priced out of ever owning their own home. And the things that used to feel like rewards, a holiday, a night out, a gym membership, now feel like luxuries. We have to be honest, the old way of working isn't working anymore. And if you don't change the kind of value that you provide, you're going to get left behind. But don't worry, because in this video, we're going to be talking about how you can dodge the roles that are primed for AI's pruning, a new, riskier but rewarding way to earn serious cash, and the best industry to do it all in. The world of work is changing fast. Repetitive tasks like clerical work, data entry, and admin, AI is swallowing them whole. An estimated 300 million jobs could be affected globally. Wages aren't keeping up. Real average weekly earnings in the US have fallen in 2024 despite higher employment numbers. Job security only exists if your work can't be automated, outsourced, or done for cheaper. We're moving into a world where what you know matters less than how you think, and where your ability to solve complex problems, automate workflows, and ship value at a scale is way more important than how many hours you clock. But it's not all bad news, because if you know how to build, create, and solve problems with leverage, you could unlock a whole new career path for yourself. Okay, we're probably getting a little ahead of ourselves. People used to tell you, work hard and you'll be rewarded. That's not wrong, but it's incomplete. You need to work hard on the right things, things that actually compound and scale. Here's the hard truth. You can't just trade time for money anymore. You need to learn how to create value beyond your hourly wage. That might mean automating a process that used to take 6 people, or building a tool once that saves a company hundreds of hours a month. Just a random example. Steve's an accountant and he tracks every transaction coming in and out of his clients' accounts to reconcile it against an invoice or a bill. It's boring, it's time consuming, it's expensive, but it's necessary. But then you've got Bill. He built a tool that can identify the date, total amount, purchase order numbers, you name it, and automatically reconcile transactions so that they match. Bill saves himself hundreds of hours of boring work and boatloads of money for his company. Sounds pretty good, right? Well, Bill's not actually a person. Bill is a public company that's listed on the Australian Stock Exchange called Xero. An automated bank transaction is just one of the features that help them to over $175 a share. So yeah, pretty valuable. What I'm trying to get at is you don't get paid more because you work harder and longer. You get paid more because the outcome of your work matters more. Now, I'll let you in on a crazy idea that might help you supercharge some of that newly created value. It might be the first time you've come across this term, sweat equity. What I mean by that is working without a salary in exchange for equity, a piece of the company that you're helping build. I know, pretty insane, right? This path isn't for everyone, but for some, it's the only door to real wealth. Here's some of the upsides. You're building ownership, not just punching a clock. So if the company wins, you win big, and we're talking life-changing upside. It forces you to think like a founder, not just an employee. Probably one of the most famous examples of this is artist David Cho. In 2005, Meta, then Facebook, asked him to paint a mural at their Palo Alto office. He quoted them thousands of dollars, but instead of cash, Facebook offered him stock. David didn't even believe in the company at the time. He thought it was a ridiculous idea, but for whatever reason, he said yes. Years later, and well, we all know how that worked out. When Facebook went public, his stock was worth over $200 million. He didn't just get paid for painting a wall, he got paid for taking a risk on potential. But for every success story shouted aloud, there's millions of losses that die without even a whisper. Here's the truth. There's no guarantee that equity will pay off. Most startups don't exit. You're working without a steady paycheck, so you need a financial cushion. It can be stressful, risky, and sometimes even lonely, especially when friends your age are earning salaries and climbing corporate ladders. Sweat equity is long-term thinking. It's not instant gratification, but for the right person with the right skills in the right company, it can be the fastest path to wealth that isn't capped by a salary. Just make sure you know what you're signing up for and that you're getting equity in something real. Tech isn't just about coding. It's about leverage. A junior developer can build something once that gets used by thousands. A digital marketer can set up one funnel that generates leads in their sleep. A product manager can improve one feature and increase revenue across millions. In tech, your output isn't limited by your hours, it's multiplied by your skills. And that's the game you want to play, especially in a world where every dollar needs to stretch further, where flexibility, mobility, and earning power actually matter. The cost of living isn't slowing down, and hoping for a raise, a break, or a shortcut isn't a strategy. But learning to solve real problems with real skills, that's how you stay valuable in a world where everything is changing. So ask yourself, are you preparing for the working world of the past or the one that's coming next?